Hi everybody, I'm Steve Saunders. Welcome to another edition of Around Town, where we connect you to events and organizations in the town of Wethersfield. Tonight we welcome on the show Kathy Bagley. She's here and you are the Director of Parks and Recreation here in Wethersfield. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you very much, Steve.
It's great to have you here. I understand you've been in that role for about 20 years now, maybe 23, I think I read online.
Going on 22 years.
Going on 22, okay. So for the viewers that may not know what a Director of Parks and Rec does, can you explain to us your role here in Wethersfield?
Well, sure. I think I have a great job. I work with a lot of different groups in planning parks and recreation activities. I have a great staff here in town that runs a lot of the programs that you see out and about in Wethersfield. And we get involved in just a host of activities and programs and special events. So it does keep us busy. Okay,
very good. And any highlights from your 22 years here at Wethersfield?
Oh, wow. Well, let's think. A couple years back, we did the special events for the 375th anniversary of the town. And we actually brought fireworks to town, so that was kind of exciting.
Definitely.
So if you asked me to think of one, that would certainly be one. Also, I get to work with the Wethersfield Teen Theater, and they do a summer musical production every year, and that's fun. That's probably one of the programs that I actually get to work with students here in town. I don't do a lot of day-to-day programming. Most of the staff do that, but that's one of the programs that I work with.
Okay, very good. And we'll be talking about that a little bit.
A little later on, yes.
That's right. Well, Kathy is here to talk about what's going on this summer here in the town of Wethersfield. And there's a whole list. In fact, there's a PDF that you can download off of their website, which is, I believe it's rec.wethersfieldct.com. And if you go there, you can download their flyer, and it really is, it's 25 pages long, and it's really neat what the town is doing for the residents here. And so we're going to go through a couple things here, and I figured maybe we can start with some of the special events that are going on this summer. You know, maybe we'll start in the month of July, and in the book there's the Keeney Cooler Concert Series that I saw there, and maybe we can touch on some of the other events that are going on in town.
Oh, sure. The Keeney Cooler Concert Series is sponsored by the Wethersfield Historical Society, and each week in July they have a summer concert out in front of the Keeney. And they usually pick some great groups and coming in, and that's a fun time in town because it's right down on Main Street. So that makes for a nice outdoor concert venue.
Sure.
So that's really good for starting off your July, right after the 4th of July weekend.
Sure. And speaking of summer nights in Greece, we were just talking about Teen Theater. That's their summer production is Greece, and you're involved with that.
That's correct. The Teen Theater selected Greece this summer, so they've already started rehearsals. You may see them, they're scattered around town with their rehearsal space. So we've got them getting ready to go. And Teen Theater is totally run by teenagers in town, and they have adult advisors that work with them. But they get to do all facets of the production, from selecting interviewing the director and musical director and choreographer, all the way up to the budget and doing auditions. So the production is totally theirs, and they've been watching them rehearse already, and it looks like it's going to be a great show. Very cool. And those dates will be coming up, let's see, I think I made a note, July 19th, 20th, and 21st at the high school.
Very good. We're excited for that.
Yep. And tickets will be at the Parks and Rec office, so if people need tickets, they can give us a call.
Very good. And that's in the town hall? Where is that?
The Parks and Rec department is located in the town hall.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. National Night Out. I know I was asked to take some video last year, and but I don't know if you can talk about that. I know I think it's a national program, but it's also here in Wethersfield. They do a night.
Yeah, it's a national night out run by police departments across the country, and our Wethersfield Police Department also does that at Millwoods Park, and they run a host of activities for the families to come down and see what's going on. And they have, a lot of times, I know I went last year, and you actually get to see one of the police cruisers and all the different equipment on them. And people have different booths letting you know about community events. They do I believe it's hot dogs, I think hot dogs and hamburgers they do that night also.
Very good.
So it's a lot of fun, yeah, and that'll come up August 7th.
Okay, very good. Love hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yes, yeah, it's great in the summer.
Anything's good with mustard on it, that's for sure. But anyway, Roaring Thunder Benefit Ride. I read that in the book. I don't know if you know.
Sure, yeah. That's our Special Olympics fundraiser.
Okay.
And that'll come up a little later on, actually in the middle of September, September 16th. That's a motorcycle ride. And people get to sign up for that and ride their motorcycles in a route around the area. And then they come back and have a meal and a raffle and things back at a different site here in town. And all the money that is raised goes to help support, we run our Wethersfield Special Olympics. And those funds help to benefit the special athletes so that they can participate in all the programs. And we have the state games coming up in June for our athletes, so that'll be coming up shortly. So all those monies are raised for Special Olympics.
That's a fantastic event. Very cool. I guess one of the biggest changes with schedules is when students and young people are out of school, and maybe we can touch on what there's to do for the youth here in Wethersfield.
In the summertime, we offer a variety of different programs for children all the way from preschool right up through teenagers. And they get to pick, based on their interests, what they might want to do, whether it's for 1 week, 2 weeks, or more weeks than that each summer. So there's a lot going on. And it really depends on their interest. But we have different like we'll have a dance and drama program, we have sports camps, we have adventure programs where you can sign up and take trips out of town. There's just a variety of activities, and if I were to list all of them, we'd run out of time.
Right.
But I would encourage people to go on our website and check them out, because there's so many different ones, and there's also, you can't forget the summer pools. We open the pools, let's see, they're going to open June 21st. It's getting close. Actually, with the weather we've been having, we're almost, people are probably looking to go swimming soon.
Right, right.
And, but it's just both pools open. Right here at the community center property is the Willard Pool, which is an outdoor pool, and over in Millwoods Park is our swim area, which has the sandy beach. And both pools offer swim lessons, and also in the evening there's family swimming times, and during the afternoon everyone can go swimming.
Very good.
So there's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on. And, you know, I was interested. I was looking at the different camps that you offer for the kids, and we go from sports camps to dance and drama, and then engineering camp with Legos. And I just thought that was so cool that there's an engineering camp for students that, you know, I'm sure they're probably interested in sports too, but they also have that engineering side to it. So. Yeah,
no, and it works out well. And that program particularly, Phil's, it's a very popular program in the summer, and they get to do different designs with Lego and actually learn about engineering. So it's kind of neat. And I also forgot to mention, we also do nature camp over at the Nature Center. So there's another different avenue for students that might have a different interest.
Sure.
They get to be outdoors and explore. A lot of times they're in the woods at Millwoods Park.
Right, right. And I saw an astronomy nights.
Yes.
That is so cool.
Yes, we do different. Evening, we have some adult lectures coming up at the Nature Center, and that's one of them will be the astronomy night, to go out and see the stars and find out what is going on. So we try to do, I talked about mostly children and students, but there's also adult programming.
Sure. And I read in the booklet, which we said that you can download on their website, it's rec.wethersfieldct.com, but there's also a section that it's called Therapeutic Recreation, and I don't know if you would be able to talk a little bit about that.
Sure. We run a therapeutic recreation program for children with special needs. So we have the same kinds of activities, only we adapt them to make sure that all kids can have the same type of experience in the summer. Okay. So their camp is situated right here at the community center as one of their activities, and then they walk over to Willard Pool to go swimming.
Okay.
So there's a lot going on for them.
Very good. And I think it's interesting to point out that you can actually register for these events right on the website, which, you know, getting Wethersfield up with technology is happening at Parks and Rec. And so we've mentioned the website already, but how has the turnout been with registering online versus registering with paper? Because I assume that you can probably mail stuff in or drop stuff off at your office.
Yeah, you can certainly do it both ways. And what we're finding with the online registration, it gets more popular as time goes on, and more people are registering on time now, online, as they used to do by paper. We do have people that stop in, either visit the office or mail their applications in, but the online registration has grown percentage-wise, so that is getting up there. And it's easy to do. You become a family household, and you can work that all out, give us a call, and within a day you're all set to go online.
Right.
And it makes it very easy because you're picking and choosing from home.
Sure, yeah, it's easy, and living in the technical age, I'm not very good with paper, so I would choose the online route myself if I did that. And I think what is also a concern maybe is the cost of some of these programs, and I'm wondering what the town offers as far as payment plans or anything like that for families that might be interested in signing up for something like that.
Well, we definitely do financial assistance, and we will work with families on an individual basis. They should give us a call, and they'll be talking with me directly, and we would talk to them about their need and give them some suggestions as to how to pay for some of the programs. And we do, because some of the programs do get costly if you start signing up for a couple of camp sessions, we offer payment plans, and we would set that up with the family so that they may not be able to pay all the registration fee right away, but have the opportunity to pay it over a couple of weeks or months depending on their situation, and we work that out with them. And we truly encourage that, and I'd like to make a special point of it because we really want to see that, you know, every child in town gets to use the pools and gets to have a summer program that they're going to have fun. And we don't tell them this, but they do learn something too, but we make sure they have fun.
Right, right. So if you could pick maybe a few programs that are most popular, I don't know, I don't want to put you on the spot, Kathy, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But maybe pick the most, you know, what would you say is the most popular?
Well, in sheer numbers, swim lessons are right at the top of the list.
Okay.
Because in the summertime, when the weather's nice, it's a good time for children to learn, and even adults. We do adult swim lessons for everyone to learn to swim. And that's always something that we encourage. And it's nice to see in Wethersfield that we offer a lot of sessions at different times. Willard, the swim lessons are in the morning, and at Mill Woods, they go morning, afternoon, and evening classes. So we make a lot of classes available, and because of that, there's large numbers of children that do take our summer swim lessons.
Sure.
So that would be the one right at the top of the list.
Right.
But for each age group, I think they all have their favorites, and some of the summer camps and the preschool programs for the younger children are really neat. And a lot of the programs are held here in the community center, and if you walk through the building, you get to see all the kids doing something fun. So that's kind of neat. Right,
right. I know, because Channel 14 is right here in the community center, and you see all the billboards of what all the students are doing. It's really cool, very cool. So let's see, if you could pick your favorite activity, and I don't, you know, this might steer people based on what you pick, the director, but.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I like all our programs. I'm always impressed with the staff's creativity to stay current with things and make sure they offer different things each summer and look at things that the kids are interested in. So, gosh, if I were, Well, you would go, I would have to, for me, I'm a diehard softball player. Haven't played recently, but if I had to pick one, because we do adult softball, we do women's softball, so if I had to pick, that's probably where I would be. But some of our other programs, we work with Unico. They have a bocce night, a league down at Millwoods Park, so that's kind of fun. If I was a kid, I think I'd look at some of the outdoor adventure programs where you go off-site. They can go kayaking, they can do some adventure things. So that's kind of fun too. So there's a lot going on.
Yeah, definitely. I would, if I could go back in time. Yeah. And Kathy's like, come on, tell me your favorite
you should.
now.
Yeah, you should give me yours.
I would say the Lego engineering camp.
Oh, okay.
That sparked my. I saw that and I'm like, man, I wish they offered it, because I grew up in East Hartford and Tolland, and man, I'd love to have that. You know, when I was younger in East Hartford, but that would be my favorite. Aside from. You know, there's also the swimming, and I also saw flag rugby, the flag rugby team, and that's really cool.
That's new. It's a couple years, and it's been very popular in the summer with the kids. They truly enjoy that, and that's been almost, I think, if I recall, last summer that we had probably 100 children registered for that program. So that was nice, something different to do, a different sport to do in the summer. And really a learning kind of sport, because it was something new. So
with all of the different activities that a town can do, how do you pick the different, you know, the activities to put in the booklet? How do you come up with the ideas for certain things?
Well, as I said earlier, the staff are very creative, and they'll look at things, and you always have to look at, do we have enough space to like add a program? Because we also have the advantage of town of also using the schools in the summertime. So we do get to look at different facilities, and then the staff sits down and, you know, is there something that we know the kids are really enjoying? And so we'll try to pick something like that. Like I didn't mention earlier, probably another of my favorites would be the nature center camps, because they get you outside, you get to explore what's going on in our environment outside, so that's fun. And so the staff will sit down and they'll do theme weeks, so that they'll be on the first week you might do look at bugs. Okay. You know, and the second week might be, you know, looking at the stars or something like that, studying them. They have a whole host. If I were to turn through the brochure, I could find each theme week. So, so they get very creative and look at it that way.
Right. I saw too that the Nature Center is partnering with the Great Meadows Trust on taking walks through the meadows and stuff like that.
Yes, we do a lot of partnerships. That's probably one key thing that we do, that groups will come to us or we'll go to them and say, geez, we think this is a great fit for a program, and collectively we can do great things together. So it's always nice to do that. And they have a lot of land that we can walk through and take the hikes on, and that's really nice.
And how often do the programs change from summer to summer? Is that, I mean, obviously the swimming lessons would be, you know, a staple.
Yeah, you could probably go back years, and we've always done swimming lessons. We'll always keep the things that are successful until they end up not being successful, and that's easy to tell whether or not the kids sign up for them. And the staff every year, they'll look at the actual programs they're running, and they'll put new things into them, so that if a child were to come back, they're not finding it's the same old thing. So they'll do different things, and also they'll look at, like the engineering camp. You know, it's come up now for the past probably 3 or 4 years, so it's not a standard that's been with us a while. Whereas if you took dance and drama, you could go back in our history and find dance and drama for every summer that probably we had Parks and Rec. So there's a lot of different things that just are always popular with the kids, and then we try to put the new things in also.
Very good. Well, thanks for coming out on the show.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot with your favorite event. You know?
I'm going to hear about it now.
I'm sure. You can blame me.
I will do that, Steve.
All right. Well, if you'd like more information about all that's going on in the town of Wethersfield, you can go on to our website, WCTV14, and we'll link you right over. Thanks so much for joining us here on Around Town. I'm Steve Saunders. Have a great summer.